Hey everyone, this is Eric and I am here with a very simple tutorial. This one will get you Nether Stars and Wither Roses. And since I don't want to waste a lot of your time, let's get right on into it. Alright, so first off, there's a couple things you need to do before you start building the farm. The first thing is you're going to want to unlock the end, because if you got the dragon flying around, it's going to make it a little difficult to build the farm right under the return portal. You will also need a good source of eggs, a good source of spider eyes and netherwort to brew up some potions of poison, and of course you'll need some soul sand and some wither skeleton skulls. And so each time you run this farm, you are going to spawn a new wither. So if you have a good source of wither skeleton skulls, this will work out a lot better for you. If you don't, this is something you could build up and then, just leave it there. Whenever you have 3 skulls, go and collect a nether star, get some wither roses, and eventually you'll have quite a lot of them. This isn't some massively efficient farm that's going to get you double chests upon double chests of wither roses, but it will get you enough to satisfy yourself. Or maybe if you're playing on a server with just a couple friends and you all make sure to run the farm every time you need another star, then you'll have enough to go around. Alright, over here in this chest I have all the resources you're going to need. And like I said, this is a super simple farm. You only need a handful of redstone components. The most that you need is the hoppers, and that's 18 of them. And really, that's not that hard. Over here you have some of the other stuff you'll need. It's not to build the farm, but like I said, you'll need some eggs, some potions of poison. You'll need the wither skeleton skulls and the soul sand, an axe or a sword to kill the wither with, and then a pickaxe to mine away some blocks. And that's it. In fact, this farm is so easy, what I'm going to do is put myself into survival game mode, grab this pickaxe, grab all this stuff, and we'll get to building. Alright, so the first thing you're going to want to do is take your 4 obsidian and put them along the base of this bedrock pillar. And this is just so when you spawn the wither in the bedrock portal, these blocks will keep them in. And you didn't used to need these. The wither would just get caught in the bedrock and not move around, but they made some changes to the way the wither interacts with bedrock in 1.15, and at least for me, I haven't seen anyone talking about it, but at least for me, I haven't been able to cheese the wither fight using the in return portal without the wither escaping. But I figured out if you put those 4 obsidian blocks around it, it'll hold the wither right on in. And I'm sure those could probably be other blocks, because the wither doesn't really blow up any blocks while its head is in the bedrock, but I like using obsidian because it's super blast proof. Alright, so then the second step is to dig out underneath the bedrock return portal, and you see I already started that here a little bit. And if you look up here, you can see where the portal is. That is the shape of the base of this bedrock. And that's what we want to start by digging out. Alright, and so here we go. We have this hole dug out. And then, if you have access to your coordinates HUD, you can go ahead and turn that on and look for the block that is at 0, 0, which is right here. If you don't have access to a coordinates HUD, like if you're on a multiplayer server that has that turned off, and also you have permission on that server to build something like this in here, all you got to do is look at this pillar right here with the dragon egg on it. If we look at that, this pillar is 0, 0. Alright, so we're going to put these quartz blocks in here, and these are just a marker blocks. These can be whatever you want them to be, really. They could be grass, they could be leaves, they could be glass. It doesn't matter. I like using quartz because it stands out. Alright, so next we're going to break this out back here, pop a hole down there, and put a chest in it. We're going to have to remove a few blocks so we can get down here. And then we're also going to remove all of these. Alright, once we're down here, we can shift and place the hoppers in. And then we can go ahead and put these blocks back. Not that one. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. And put these blocks back. Alright, and so this is where the chickens are going to be spawned into. And then the wither, when we spawn the wither in, it will kill the chickens, and the chickens will drop wither roses. So the next thing we need is a way to actually spawn in the chickens. So we're going to go right here in this back portion and dig, and this should be bedrock right above it. And then we will just pop this out all the way up to the surface. And then we will put a dispenser here and here. And we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Dispenser here and here. Alright, so next we are going to dig out a few more blocks over here, but we're going to be putting most of those back. So just dig it out, go ahead and do it on both sides. And, where's my observers? Here they are. We're going to be putting an observer facing in to this first dispenser here on both sides. And then back over here. Sticky piston underneath it. And this is just creating a very simple observer clock. Put a block adjacent to the sticky pistons. And run redstone dust right out of it. So I only put 2 redstone dust in the chest instead of the 4 that I actually needed. So there is a very quick correction in that starter chest you actually need 4 redstone instead of 2. But now that that's in, we can place back some of these blocks. Just all of those right there, right there. But you want to make sure that this block above each observer is open just so the pistons can push it. Alright, so now we're going to get our iron bars in. These will just hold the chickens in. And that's the farm pretty much almost done. All we got to do now is come up here to the top side and put in hoppers and chests leading into those dispensers. And there it is. That's it. All you got to do is load up those chests with eggs, and your farm's going to be primed and ready to go. So now we're going to show it in action. Alright, so I'm back now that I have these chests and the hoppers and the dispensers all filled up with eggs. I just hopped over into creative mode to do that real quick, but I will tell you that to fill up both sides with eggs completely, you will need 6 chests plus 2 stacks. So you should, if you want to use this, you should probably get a pretty good egg farm going. And so now I'm going to show the farm in action, show you how to use it. So you'll need 1 splash potion of poison. You'll need your soul sand and your wither skeleton skulls. And your diamond axe with smite 5. So first thing we're going to do is flick the lever. and these dispensers will start firing as fast as they possibly can, spitting out the chickens. And you don't have to worry about the eggs hitting the baby chickens because they don't actually cause any damage. And so we're just going to let this run for a little bit and let the chickens build up in these holes. Alright, now that the dispensers are misfiring, we've used about half the eggs in the system. And if you're running low on wither skeleton skulls and you want to run this farm and get more wither roses out of it, you can keep on running that until it just uses up absolutely all of the eggs. And I will say you might get some entity cramming, but there are ways to protect against that. You can put some ladders in there, and that'll usually break the hitboxes so they won't entity cram. But usually I like rolling through the nether fortresses and trying to get skulls, so I go for just using about half the eggs in the system at once, and that'll get you usually around 2.5 stacks of wither roses. So let's see. You'll take your 1 splash potion of poison and throw it at this foot block right here, or this head block, either one. It doesn't matter. And you'll see all of the chickens will get poisoned. If you step back a little bit, you will also avoid getting poisoned. But, I mean, it doesn't really matter. And so what the poison does to the chickens is it gets them down to half a heart. 1 punch kill. And if you know about the wither, when it spawns, it explodes very first thing. And so if we just wait for it to fully charge up and then explode, it kills off all the chickens and we get wither roses. Each chicken that was in there. And then I can smack the wither with my axe and get him down. And then there you go. You get your Nether Star. And if we check this chest, the wither roses are flowing in. And there we go. Just as I said, a little bit around 2.5 stacks. And that is pretty consistent. In fact, we could run this again and I'll show you. So I'll set up the chickens and go get a potion while I'm waiting. And since I got a little poison last time, I'll give me some food. Alright, now that the dispensers are empty, we got the other half of the chickens in there. So I'm going to throw another potion of poison. And you see that time I did not hit myself. The chickens have stopped taking damage, so they're all at half a heart. We'll just go ahead and spawn in another wither. And as you can see, I'm not wearing any armor, and I can step, just right on up in here into this wither. No problem. Because, like I said, his head's in the block. He doesn't do much damage. He does just enough damage to kill the chickens. And that's why you have to, even though they're baby chickens, that's why you have to hit them with the poison. Get them down to that 1 hit kill. So we'll dispatch of this wither. Get another Nether Star. And there we go. After 2 runs, we have a little less than 5 stacks. So, very consistently, this farm will get you around 2.5 stacks of wither roses. Alright everyone, so that's going to be it for this tutorial. If you liked it, I would really appreciate it if you would leave this video a rating. And if this farm got the pistons firing in your brain and you're coming up with ideas, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts. But until next time, peace out.